Hello everyone, and welcome to another horrific game. Tonight we're playing Deadweight, a Mothership TTRPG adventure. Something is about to go terribly wrong aboard the Adamant Lapis. Among stacks of unremarkable rock samples, gravel, and ore, there's a large and featureless sphere that does absolutely nothing. Unless you're already dead. Before we begin, I'd like to encourage you to follow our friends' channels. Links are in the description. And without further ado, I hand you over to our GM, Dilaf. Welcome,
Okay.
everybody.
Welcome. Totally forget what Colin just said.
Ship, rocks, stuff, dead. Subscribe to these, folks.
Yeah. No,
Links in the description.
I wasn't listening and didn't hear anything about any rocks.
Good.
Rocks, man, rocks.
Sure. Okay, right, anyway. Right, so yeah, we are playing Mothership, which is a percentage-based system. You roll under your skill. If you roll over or equal, then you fail. Every time you fail a skill roll, you gain stress. The more stress you gain, the more likely you are something bad is going to happen if you should be forced to make a panic check. Which I will force you to do in certain situations. But I'm not going to go do rules explanations. We'll just explain things when they come up, if they need to be explained. Also, my brain's not working properly because of the heat. So, let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, right. So, here we go.
Hang on.
Ooh.
This thing types like me. Condolences. I don't. There's something very undignified about just getting pallet jacked into space. I'm just thinking futuristic pump truck, for moving pallets.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's really control. I mean, it's like,
yoink.
I mean, maybe we like tied a black ribbon to it or something.
Okay.
What worries me more is the fact that it's like we've gone from like a sealed lab, which is designed for these things, and it's now in a cargo container.
Yep.
Which is designed for storing rocks and tinted beam.
A sealed cargo container. So, you are all members of the crew of the science cargo vessel Adamant Lapis. This ship is part of the science fleet of New World Industries. NWI focuses on forward exploration and cutting-edge scientific research for the benefit of all humankind. Like most companies, the majority of its employees are essentially indentured workers. Where NWI stands apart from the other corporate entities, however, is its regard for its employee welfare. NWI provides competent medical care, housing and support for all its workers. Of course, this doesn't come for free, but it is a far cry from the almost totalitarian policies employed by many of the corporations operating in the desolate reaches of space. The Adamant Lapis is a further example of NWI's comparatively benign policies. Although the ship is almost a century old, it is well maintained and well equipped, as NWI recognises that such diligence benefits the company in the long run. You and the rest of the crew embarked on this current run just over 7 months ago. Everyone expected another uneventful long haul, followed by a month of shore leave before Christmas. The first bump in the road came after the first jump. On approach to the asteroid mining station Ipsilon 14, an automated broadcast announced that the station had been placed under quarantine with no ships permitted within 100 clicks. Of course, no one thought much of it. No one recognised this or even thought of this as being like a bad omen. From there, things only got worse. Now Dr. Renato is dead, killed by a previously undiscovered virus carried by one of the geological samples held in storage. Now this is anything but routine. No one gives voice to their fears, but you can feel the tension building, the first hints of paranoia creeping through the crew. Are we safe? Is anyone else infected? Captain Core is holding everyone together, but there are still several months remaining before the run is complete, and NWI does not consider the situation serious enough to warrant an early return to headquarters. So, I guess at this point we can introduce the characters and tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you what you've been doing on the ship. So I'm just gonna point at Flea since he's directly below me.
Oh no! Why
Oh
me?
yes.
My name is Parker. Peter Parker. I am computer expert on ship. I am one who keeps AI doing AI things and concentrating on ship and not playing war games and things like that. I've been stuck in this cabin with these losers and I do not know if I am happy with this, but despite all the problems we have met upon this mission so far, it still seems to be quite easy going as far as I am concerned, and this pleases me. I cannot say the same for the rest of the crew, though.
Excellent.
Dave.
Me? Did you say that? Sorry.
Yeah, go on, Dave. Yeah.
I am playing Jack McCready. I've been a teamster stroke dog's body for many, many years. He's grumpy, he's a drinker, and he's a smoker. And he's very, very upset that there's no drinking or smoking allowed on the ship. He doesn't think he's got long left with his contractor to clear his debt, but he's not sure. But he's just a grumpy guy. And he's a bit of a loner as well. Doesn't do well in social gatherings, let's say.
And finally, we got Colin.
Yep, I am playing Graham Stanix, hold the rank of third technician. I am a loyal crew member. I've been in this ship for many years now and enjoy it thoroughly. The only thing I want to be able to do is pay off my debt quickly, so I like to circumvent the normal procedures rather than just working everything off. I know that I'm just one card deal away from complete freedom. So every opportunity I get, whether it be the poker or the roulette wheel, I'll take that chance. I'm still waiting for it. You know, you get these setbacks now and again, but that's just luck of the draw. But one day it's going to happen, and then I'll be completely free, and then I can just work because I enjoy it.
Okay, so it is 3 days since the death of Dr. Renato. 3 days since you held a kind of impromptu funeral outside the door to her laboratory before the chief engineer used the remote pallet trucks to unceremoniously dump her body into the airlock and ejected her into space. So outside the door to the laboratory is kind of like a little, maybe not a shrine, but people have come and paid the respects. There's paper flowers people have left and little notes, and candles that people have lit in her memory. Although the chief officer has quickly quickly ensures that any candles lit promptly put out. But this, like I said, this was 3 days ago. The laboratory is now being sealed, still under quarantine, and it has been decided that the empty cargo storage H, which is currently empty, is to be assigned as a temporary lab under the auspices of Dr. Lau, who was Dr. Renato's sort of assistant. So, with this in mind, the chief officer, Weaver, calls upon some of you, some of Shift B, which is made up of yourselves, to assist in setting up the lab, moving supplies through from storage and into this cargo container, so Dr. Lau can set up a temporary lab and continue analysis of samples while you're en route before returning to headquarters, which will be still several months away, of course. So only two of you are required to assist Dr. Lau. So who amongst the three of you from Shift B is going to assist in establishing, setting up this lab?
Yeah, I may as well. I'm usually good at cobbling things together anyway, so if there's not the equipment there,
I think he's going to need a computer tech.
Okay.
There you go.
So Pieter and Graham, you're going to help the doctor. And what in that case, what is Jack doing? So are you currently off shift? Your shifts overlap with Shift A at around what would be lunchtime. So there's about you have like an hour or two of time that overlaps where there's a shift changeover, but that's not for a while. So technically you are off shift.
I'll just be in the rec room then. I'll be playing pool or video games, whatever's in there, and just waiting for the shift crossover. Okay.
So the rec room itself, which is over here. Thank you very much. I'm just about to do that. Where's the rec room? Recreation room. So it's quite. The rec room is quite a sparse area. An eclectic variety of posters that cover the wall, like company posters, as well as a cabinet, a locker with a collection of well-used and very worn board games. A jigsaw. There's a jigsaw puzzle currently set out on the table that Maxine Fletcher Smith has been working on. Only edge pieces have been completed, and there's this jumble of pieces like filling the center. In one corner, there's a television and a VCR with a kind of hodgepodge collection of VHS videotapes, and kind of randomly placed around the rooms. Probably about half a dozen or more plastic beanbags that are in desperate need of a top up. They've got holes in them. The kind of the polystyrene beans that kind of keep leaking out every now and then. But other than that, you've got the rec room completely to yourself.
Is there anyone else in here with me?
No, there's nobody else in here with you. So Shift A, which is made up of Maxine Fletcher Smith and Max Smith Fletcher, confusingly, and Benjamin, yes, Benjamin Minogue.
Great name.
So they're currently on duty. We're doing just doing various duties around the ship.
Well, if it's depending how far it is, then Oh, no, in fact, I'll stay in the rec room. I'll put a movie on, and I'll
Okay.
put myself on one of the popped bean bags and try and get comfy for the last hour before I start shift.
Okay. Okay. So the rest of you, Jack, or rather Pieter and Graham, you make your way to Container H, where you find Dr. Lau she's already got a few bits of equipment set up, and she's kind of trying to place things, arrange things in to make best use of the limited space that she's got. And she looks up as you open the door, and are you here to come to help with the setup? The Captain Carter said she would send someone along.
Yes, Doctor, we're here to give you a hand.
Very, very good. So I need you to collect a few things from the general storage. There's a centrifuge, an electron microscope, a contact microphone, and some rare earth magnets.
Okay, trouble.
I think we're going to need a pallet truck for this.
Sounds about right. So, yep, go grab a pallet truck.
Okay, so you know that the pallet trucks are currently, or the two remaining pallet trucks are held in the loading bay, along with their wireless remote control units for operating them.
Nice. I shall nip off to get one.
I'll go to the central storage then. I'll just maybe.
So this is general storage here, and this is a loading bay.
Oh,
okay.
Close together. Okay. No. While Peter's doing that, I'll go to central storage. I'll start marking the boxes. Get them
okay.
centralized, ready to just load on.
Right. So general storage is probably one of the biggest rooms on board the ship. It's quite dimly lit. There's kind of like overhead fluorescence that never seem to work properly. They're always they're always lit, but they always seem to burn really dimly. Just barely illuminating these multiple aisles of storage racking. And in each racking are these. Each racking is made up of these airtight storage recesses with these like real heavy-duty latches on that line these rackings and recessed into the walls, and none of them are labelled. On one wall, just to the side of the door, is a storage manifest that is kind of like on a clipboard hanging at the side of the door.
I'd be like, well, shit. Okay.
And this is a cargo manifest, or the storage manifest. Ignore the numbers on the left-hand side. That's for a random pick. So it lists the content. So it lists everything that's kept in storage in these storage containers, and how much in brackets is how much of each item is in stock. So, and you've been in this general storage room countless times. So although you're familiar with it, you're also familiar with the incredibly poor log keeping. So to find something in here, you will have to make a intellect check with to try and locate this specific item. So we're not going to do make you make a one for every single item. We'll just do it once. We're kind of illustrating how some of the things work. Okay. So if you can make an intellect check, but because you have this manifest and you are somewhat familiar with the area, you can make this check with advantage. So if you click on intellect, you will get a window open up. You'll get a list of skills underneath. If you can argue the case that you should be able to apply one of those skills to this check, I'm not sure whether there is anything that would apply, but you can.
Nope, because the manifest isn't broken, so I can't fix it. It's a better
No.
paper.
So you can just do an intellect check and click on the with
Oh.
advantage button.
Do I close that window?
Just click on the button. So when you click on intellect, it'll open up a window. You got a list of skills, and at the bottom you got 3 buttons. You got disadvantage, normal, or advantage. So you want to click on the one that says advantage,
That's the third one.
and it should
Click on your
percentage.
player. If you click on open your character sheet.
Yep. No, I've done that. I was just my Windows bars covering it. I'm like,
Oh, there you go. I couldn't see it.
Okay, so you've made a critical failure. So a critical is when you roll a double.
Oh,
if it's a pass, it's a critical success. If it's a fail, it's a critical failure. I am not going to impose the results of a critical failure, because this case we would cause you to make a panic check.
I
don't
can't
think
read it.
that-
I started panicking. I started eating the manifest. You know.
So frustratingly, you can't find things out where.
No, what I do is it's all been messed up, right? And I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake! And I just made the drop up, but I skid it right underneath one of the rackings, so it like lodges, and I can't get to it. So it just like fucking bounces and then just goes right underneath, and it's like out of sight. I'm like, oh shit! I just looked to spawn it, going, oh, now I don't have that anymore.
No, we will say so. So because of this, it takes you some time to actually find the things that you've been sent for. So we'll say by the time you find those things, Pietro will have come through with the pallet truck, which is just in the room next door. So, but of course, Pietro, you go into the loading bay where the pallet truck is. Where the pallet truck is located. So there's the floor of this room. It's probably one of the more battered and dirty areas of the ship. There are tracks scraped into the plastic flooring from decades of routine cargo being shunted back and forward. There's some along one wall. There's some shelving units. With disassembled boxes and packaging, wood, metal, plastic, all stacked and crammed in up to the very top of this racking, all waiting to be unloaded at the next supply stop. There are also, of course, the 2 pallet jacks that are haphazardly parked near the doorway to general storage. You're almost to the point you almost tripped over them as you come through. They can be remotely operated, and they have on the end of each pallet truck they have these crude manipulator arms that can be controlled, used for loading and moving hazardous moving hazardous cargo. And on one wall, on like little hooks, are 3 radio controllers for operating pallet trucks. One of them, of course, is paired to the pallet truck that is currently still in the quarantine laboratory.
I'll check the serial numbers to make sure I don't pick that one up. Also, which one of these has got the most charge in it?
They are well, I would say, let's have a look here. Oh, I would say they're both on full charge.
Nice. In that case,
Somebody
I will
being very conscientious and make sure they're on charge. They're being put on charge.
Somebody must have been in a good mood. I will grab the slightly less battered one. And start to trundle it back towards the cargo.
Okay. So like I say, well, by the time you get there, you probably before Graham has managed to. He's still searching for the things that for the items that the doctors sent you to get. So you spend a good half hour searching, going through, opening random lockers till you eventually gather up all this stuff, load it onto the pallet truck, and head back to Container H, and where the Dr. Lau kind of instructs you on where to put things. You spend the next hour or two before your shift officially starts helping her set up and rearrange things, so she's got at least a workable lab set up. Meanwhile, in the rec room,
Yep.
Shift A has finished, and they come. You hear all the noise and commotion as they come through from the main corridor, through the dormitories, and into the rec room itself, where you're sat. And Max and Maxine are berating Benjamin.
Dear. What's gone on?
Just the usual shit. Benjamin sneaking off into a corner, huffing. And fuck you, Max. You said you weren't going to say anything.
Oh, what's going on? Before I go on shift, Benjamin, is there anything you want to tell me? What have you been up to? Come on.
It's nothing to do with the shit. It's nothing to do with where any work. It's nothing. It's private. And he glares at Max. And Maxine comes up. Just ignore them. It's just Benjamin. Usual.
Okay.
Because you seen the poster for the tournament, for the card tournament.
Oh, that's not for me. You know that. Speak to.
No. It's easy. It's easy. I've told you. It's fine. It's easy to pick up. I ditched the last game. Quantum Freight. It's a winner.
Okay.
Look, and she takes out these two huge decks of cards and sort of slams them down on the table. So look, it's easy. And she starts like dealing cards into different piles, and so everyone starts with 7 cargo cards, and that's these here. And she deals you this stack of cards, unless you're the quartermaster, who starts with 5, and they have a manifest, and then every round has 3 phases: docking, inventory, and liability. Yeah? During docking, you can declare a transfer unless someone calls customs, in which case transfers become audits. And audits can be challenged with contraband, but only if contraband wasn't declared during the previous inventory phase.
You're asking me to remember all this?
It's easy. Just then, you total your tonnage, convert the excess tonnage into debt, and compare debt against projected tonnage. Negative debt counts as positive cargo unless you're currently under investigation. First player to reach 0 cargo wins.
Okay. Have a good tournament. It's not for me.
So she goes and gets the poster. I thought she puts it in front of you. So you're going to sign up?
Do you want me to sign up?
Well, yeah, of course I do. So looking at this piece of paper, there's only one person who's signed up to it. Out of the whole crew, there's only one person that signed up to it, and that's Maxine.
Go on then, Maxine.
Excellent. See that? See Max? Benjamin.
Come on, Max.
And she snatches the paper up, and she goes over and starts, come on, and then she starts and gets cards out and trying to talk them into playing. He says, oh, and don't forget that volatile cargo ignores custom penalties but doubles insurance liability except during emergency routines. Also, every 3rd round is a leap round, which reverses ownership of unsecured assets. So, see, it's simple.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've got to get on shift soon, so...
Oh, okay. So I'll put your name down. I've got your name down. We're going to play it over 10 rounds. Winner takes in groups, and winner of each group goes on to play the winners of the next group. And
Yeah, don't forget to mention it to Graham though, because I know he likes to play a card game or two.
Oh, yeah, I'll put him down.
I would. And I'm gonna back out and head to shift wherever I'm wanted.
Okay. So you rest of you meet up with the rest of your team and you go on shift. Work your shift, and then eventually retire for you go off shift and switch over back to shift A. Comes back on duty, and you get some sleep.
Whilst are we in the dormitories? Obviously,
you'll be all everybody. So the entire crew sleeps in one dormitory. So the dormitories themselves,
yeah.
So it's got low lighting to supposedly the lights never go off, but it's got this low sort of ambient lighting to supposedly to help people sleep. And each bunk has got a makeshift curtain to like block out the light. And the bunks are all recessed into one wall. They're all run down the one wall. There's like a bunk. There's one above the other. And each bunk has got its own personal cubby hole with like a keypad, so you can put a pin number in. But yeah, so the three of you are currently in the dormitories after finishing your shift.
Well, before anyone goes to sleep, I'll mention it to the guys and say, Graham, I've signed you up to a card tournament that Maxine's putting together. I don't know if you see the poster.
I didn't see the poster. She's always...
Yeah,
she just wants a happy ship. She's all, if it's not a card game, it'll be flipping pinatas or hanging off everything, or arts and crafts. She's one of those type.
Well, I'm playing in it and I couldn't understand it, so I thought you might enjoy it because I know you like a card game. So, Pietra, I'm not sure if you'd be into it as well. So,
more like a card journey with Maxine. She does go a bit overboard.
Yeah. Signed up to it anyway, just to make her happy.
That's it. I think I would just nod and smile and pretend to set cards out and keep her happy. But
one thing I did notice though, Max was a little bit off today. I don't know, something had happened on shift. Something had happened. Max was doing something, then they came back in and it was all hush hush. So just keep your ears open.
I'd say it was him writing out that manifest. God, it took us nearly 45 minutes just to get a few simple bits. They've completely screwed the pooch. Honestly, like the lab equipment isn't together. It's mixed in with the catering equipment and the welded equipment, and there's, I don't know, why are magnets in with spark plugs?
There you go.
Who does that?
Probably.
Who does that?
Exactly. A well-oiled ship, this is, apparently.
Yeah, it's castor oil, though. Shift A, they're a bit simple. You know what it's like. We're always having to pick up after them when we come on.
Absolutely. Gonna do it again tomorrow.
Yep, as always. But our next space station will clean them out for everything they have.
We hope.
So
that's
sleep time.
Rather jovial.
So the next day comes around, which to you again is time for you to start your shift. You're probably in the mess hall, where chef is serving you up his usual culinary delight, something totally over the top. Steak tartare, something ridiculous, something you'd expect in like a 4-star restaurant, and he manages to cobble it together from the like basics that they give him in the kitchen storage.
Friendly shaved spam and curled, like
whatever it is, it's grey and it looks like glue.
So yeah, I mean, you don't know how he manages to do it. I mean, the food storage is mostly made up of like bags of dried like filler foods like rice, flour, beans, corn, and crickets, dried crickets.
Real food.
On the menu on the wall, though, there is the Sunday lunch that is planned, which is actually going to be a rare treat of some meat. Apparently, chef is planning a mutton, serving mutton on for Sunday roast.
Very nice. I'll
Which
eat this food and turn to chef and say, as always, chef, that was horrible.
Your feedback is always appreciated.
It's my pleasure. Keep up the good work.
Where did you find space for the saddle, chef?
I'm sorry?
Steak tartare, you know what I mean? Did you not do it the traditional method with the underneath the horse's saddle?
Oh, I have my methods.
I wouldn't ask too many questions, Graham, because you might not want the answer.
I'm just envisioning Chef Galvin right at the corner at night to tenderize the steaks. That's what it was. It's French. It was kept on the horse's saddle and wrapped up
I
in
do
paper.
have a question, Mr. Stanek, if you might indulge me for a moment.
Certainly.
It appears that some of the flavoured dessert bars have gone missing again.
Oh, that's a tragedy. Have they been inventory? The inventory's an absolute mess.
Oh, no.
Yesterday, it took me about 45 minutes to get some simple lab equipment. Like, everything's completely screwed up with the manifest. They might be in with hydraulic pistons, the way
Oh,
this
no.
thing's set up.
Oh, no. I'm quite sure that's not the case, Mr. Stanek. I keep a close guard, a close eye on all of the supplies in the food storage area, which, as you know, sir, is kept just over here. But I'm sorry to say that someone has, probably completely by mistake, has wandered in and taken almost all of the dessert bars.
All right, I'll get right on it. I'll have a look and keep an eye, and of course, if I find anything, I'll certainly let you know.
If you were to come across them, sir, that would be, and you were able to return, that would be most helpful.
I shall do my best, of course. I try not to look sheepish as I back out.
So no
Thank you,
dessert
sir.
today, then?
No, I'm
No
afraid
dessert.
not, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And thank you, sir. Your feedback is appreciated, as always.
What do you actually do with that feedback, chef?
I file it for reference. I hope that it improves my customer service.
Fair enough.
Have you any complaints?
Only the
Mr.
fact that
McCready?
we can't have alcohol on the ship.
That is outside my remit, I'm afraid.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
That would be something the captain would, you would have to speak to the captain about.
I've spoken to the captain many times, but doesn't seem to get anywhere. But anyway, I'll leave you to your duties.
And have a good day. Enjoy your
You
shift.
too. I'm gonna head out.
okay. So
do some toddling and
So when you go on shift and you meet up with chief engineer Tanner, who, as usual, you find him tinkering in the gravity generation room at the rear of the ship. Tanner's kind of this sort of gaunt, middle-aged man of mixed race, but he has this really wild mop of unruly, like really fiery red hair, and this deeply lined, sagging face, tired eyes, and he looks just perpetually tired. I says, well, I've got a couple of jobs I need you to do today. First of all, Dr. Lau, she needs us to do a audit of the contents of the cargo containers, the cargo storage units. And then after that, we need to do just a routine inspection of the docking arm.
When she means audit, does she mean fix Shift Day's mistakes again?
I believe she just wants to just tick in boxes, I suppose.
So accounting stuff.
Yes, no, nothing too strenuous. Nothing too strenuous, Stanek.
I've got my fingers ready.
On the other hand, the docking arm inspection, as I'm sure you're aware, is a little more important. I'm sure you won't mind doing another 0G walk.
What's up,
I'll take the audit if you want, Stanek. I'm the dog. You're the technician, and obviously Petra's a bit more educated than me, so I don't mind doing the count.
Good luck with that, because the figures won't be right, you know that.
Keeps me busy for the shift anyway.
All right, right. God, I wish I hadn't have eaten that steak now. Okay, right.
And have a 0G walk with a dicky stomach.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, I suppose we clean out the suit afterwards. Okay.
Okay. So
I can already
that,
feel the bile rising, you know, of the steak.
So is that Pietra and Graham teaming up again then?
Oh, you can
seems
come
so.
with me, Petra, Pietra. You can come and count.
My computer skills will be needed with cargo arm to help with diagnostic.
You've been running that card ever since you got on the ship. You have.
I shrug. He's not my fault that there are not more engineers here.
No, you definitely needed at the cargo arm with your computer skills.
Already
Okay.
making my way towards the cargo arm.
Rightio. So Pietra and Graham, you head down to docking, which is here, where the controls for the docking umbilical are located.
Lovely.
This kind of a small, cramped corridor, more than a room. There's this sharp, the smell of like old rubber and plastic, and the floor is caked with dried mud. This area like is where the controls for this flexible umbilical docking arm are located. It's usually used for small volume cargo that can be literally carried on off and on by hand, and also for crew transfers. So when you for instance, when you get back to headquarters, it's you'll disembark from the ship via the docking umbilical.
Question: I take it the ship can't be going at full speed or through obstacles if we're going to test it. I take it we're testing it by extending it. So I need to let the bridge know.
Yeah. So it's not be full next fully extending it. Is you kind of be going. Checking the controls work, and one of you will be going out and checking it externally to make sure there's no leaks essentially, and the mechanism still works. So one of you will be doing that, checking from the inside. One of you will be checking from the outside. There is a hardwired intercom that allows communication with the from the docking room to the bridge. But also you've got In here, you've got 2 vac suits that have got communication, so you'll be able to communicate with the person that does the spacewalk, essentially.
Yep. I suppose get suited up, and then before I get ready to embark, obviously we'll ping the bridge and go. Bridge, this is docking over.
This is Chief Officer Weaver. What is it, Stanix?
Chief, just about to go out the spacewalk to check a docking rig. About the exit ship now. Over.
Okay, I'll make sure we're not going to make any jumps anytime soon, then, Stanix.
Appreciate that. Just had a heavy lunch. Don't want to lose any more. We'll get this done as quickly as possible. Roger, right.
Righto. Any problems? Let me know.
Well done. And off we go.
Okay. So, roll a d6 if you would, Colin. So the like I said, this umbilical arm is used for small cargo transfer and for disembarking and embarking on the ship. It's about 40 meters long. So when it's fully extended, which is just under half the length of the ship. And there's a control panel. There's kind of an airlock door that seals one end of the docking, the ship side of the umbilical, where there's like manual controls for operating it.
That's 6. That could be either really good or really bad.
Okay. So yeah, you don one of the vac suits and go out the airlock to inspect the umbilical externally. And as you kind of go outside and you flick on the lights. The headlamps come on. You can see that someone has kindly inscribed a kind of a pair of cock and balls, essentially, right in the middle of the faceplate.
Twat.
So, I will require you to make a 0G check, Mr. Stanix, as you maneuver yourself up and down the umbilical, as Pieter operates the controls inside, extending, manipulating the umbilical, and checking the seals from the inside.
Yep. I'm trying to move it in a way so that he has to move as little as possible, but can see as much of the arm as he can.
Oh, okay. Give us an industrial equipment roll then. If you're successful in that roll, we'll let Mr. Stanix have a bonus. Do his check with an advantage.
Industrial equipment.
And you can, when you click on that, it will give you a list of skills. So let's see what ability score would we have with that.
Strength is my best, but I'm guessing it's either going to be intellect or speed.
Yeah, you can choose either of them. That sounds fine to me.
I'll use speed and say it's dexterity.
Okay. Very well. Yeah, normal roll. And like I say, if you're successful, here's a failure.
No, I blew it.
Okay.
All right. So
at least it's not a crit, so hopefully I don't wang him one with the arm.
Yeah, it's
this
not
could be a
it's,
short game for me, couldn't it? Just like get yeeted off into space.
So it's not terrible. It's not a terrible thing.
Baseball bat, bop.
And again, a failure on the zero G walk is the spacewalk is just essentially to see how well you're not going to fail and end up drifting off into space.
Right. So I'm just in a normal roll. Yep.
Yes, normal roll.
I've already had this.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, success.
Yeah, I've got to say, I've had my fluff up for the game. That's it. Should be good dice rolls from here. I've had my crit fail.
Oh, you've jinxed it now.
I've got out of the way. It's never going to happen again. I'm lucky like that.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's laughing because they know my dice rolls. But they're like...
Right. So we'll leave you. We'll leave you to check in the umbilical while Jack, you proceed round the modular storage area, and one by one you enter each of the containers. Which do you want to go in first? What order do you want to go?
I'd probably start A, B, C, so do it in alphabetical order. So I'll start at A.
Okay. Okay. So going into container A. There you're checking over the samples, and everything seems to add up. There's nothing missing. Everything seems to legit. Although when you're in there, you're like a little personal radio that you carry around with you. It starts to crackle, and then suddenly, where there's a bit of a spark, and it just stops working.
Alrighty, I will inspect it. I'll hit it twice to see if that fixes it, and I'll have a look at it just to see if it's something I can fix.
Okay, so kind of check it over for a moment. Give us a give us an intellect roll, because you've got no skills that relate to that. So give us an intellect roll. Okay. So you're not able to fix it, but it becomes apparent that the radio that you're carrying has been affected by the magnetic field of these metal fragments, these samples in this chamber.
Okay. I will put the radio away and finish the count and move on to the next container.
Okay, so the next one contains these rocks, these sort of rock samples, and this huge circular rock formation that was picked up from one of the research stations. They've all got this kind of like pearlescent look to them.
Very nice.
And the big spherical one looks, to all intents and purposes, it looks like a giant pearl. Do you remember hearing conversations off in the mess, like people have considered, if it looks like a pearl, if it is a pearl or something similar, then that has got to be worth a hell of a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Take a mental note of that.
But other than that, everything seems to be perfectly fine. And then moving on to container C, you go again, checking through the samples. Everything is in order. There's nothing missing. The numbers all tally, and then you head round to the opposite side where container E is. Now you don't even attempt to go in here. There's quarantine signs pasted over the doors, and the door to the container has been locked with a security pad, because this contains these geodes that were picked up from one of the stops that Dr. Renato suspected contained the virus.
Is there a window to this? Is there a window to see into the container?
Let me see.
Just want to be a bit nosy and because I assume. Go on. Sorry.
So no, they don't have. So they like doors on these, like the heavy like bulk door type things,
like shipping container doors, sort of things.
Yeah, but it's like real heavy. I mean, because essentially, when these when you get these when you go to these pickups and the samples are in these big containers, it's they're transported off the outposts by these
The tugboat engines. Yeah.
So these engines detach from the back of the ship and attach to these cargo containers, and then they're kind of piloted into position, and then they lock into place on these on this rail system.
Got you.
So the doors are like thick, heavy, bulkhead doors. So there's no like viewports, and there's no viewports in these. But you do know that each cargo container is equipped with an internal CCTV camera.
Oh, is that on the outs? Is the viewer of that on the outside of the?
No, it's located on the bridge.
In the bridge, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll just tick the box for that container and move on. Doesn't look like it's been tampered with. I take it, or
no,
there's nothing.
No, there's everything. Everything seems perfectly fine with it.
Okay.
All right, and then the final one contains some ore samples from Ernest 4. There is a radiation warning on the door, but it's been noted that it's only trace levels. So long as you don't spend any extended time in there, it's regarded as low risk.
Okay.
And so stepping inside, there's like a Geiger counter just inside the door to like monitor it all the time. So if there's if at any point the radiation level spikes, then it's picked up by this Geiger counter that's in the cargo container. But yeah, once again, you just find everything. You check everything over. They're just these marbled grey pebbles, exactly as it's written on the manifest. Nothing untoward, nothing missing. And so you finish checking, doing the audit of these. Pass that on to Dr. Lau in cargo in storage container number H, and that's and then go about the rest of your shift,
which is uneventful. I take it.
Which is uneventful for the rest of you. Yes, it is uneventful. So the shift the three of you continue to carry out your duties aboard the ship for the next 3 days without incident. You just slip into the same routine, conversation about this carminosis virus, as Dr. Renato named it. Conversation about that kind of subsides, and people, although it's not forgotten about, it's the kind of like concerns about it seem to go pushed to the back of people's minds.
These sort of things have happened before. It's not entirely uncommon.
No.
It's one of them occupational hazards.
An accident, nothing more.
You're not meant to go licking the train trucks, but
So, like I say, you go about your shifts, performing your duties, pretty much routine. And then it's Sunday the 12th. Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say I'm going to try and sneak an hour early off shift to tie up with Maxine to learn this card game, because no way am I entering a tournament without being ready.
Okay.
I do have a bit of self-pride.
Okay.
So I will go to look for these dessert bars. That'll be my reason, because obviously Chef entrusted me for some reason to try and find out where these desserts went missing. So roughly an hour to 40 minutes before the end of shift, that's what I'll do, because I know Maxine normally hangs out in the rec room.
Okay.
I'm going to try and learn this card game.
Okay. So are you going to doing the card game first, or where's how does this searching for these missing flavored dessert bars fit into this?
I don't care. I'm just using it as an excuse. That's what I'm
Oh,
gonna
you're just
do.
using that as an excuse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Because
fair enough, I
Chef asked
understand.
me. Everybody heard Chef asked me, so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know that's what I'm really going to do. Yeah.
Okay. So
I have to
so
turn
yeah.
up. I have to turn up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, you find Maxine in the rec room, and she's more than happy to explain the rules and run you through a few rounds of the game to get you used to it. And I think it would make me happy if you were to make a sanity save to see if you can keep up with. Well, I'll let you make sure. You can either make an intellect to try and comprehend what she's telling you, or you can make a sanity save to see if you can withstand this like mental battering as she
Is this the card game or Maxine or a
yes.
combination?
Yes, a combination of, yeah.
Right.
With her, it's a card game that bends reality.
Yes. We'll go for
So
intellect first,
yeah,
and then
intellect.
if I fail intellect, then
Oh no, you see, it's just one or the other. One or the
all
other.
right, okay. I thought we were going to do it that way, right?
No, you don't want to make too many rolls because it's increases your stress when you fail things. So,
Okay, right.
but we'll just say this increase in stress is just the stress from your everyday carrying out your everyday duties.
And I don't have skills that will help me, so it'll just be a normal roll.
No, yeah, just a normal intellect check. Okay. Right, yeah. So you spend like a torturous 2 to 3 hours trying to get your head round this game, and every time she starts to explain the rules again and run you through another round of quantum freight, it just becomes more and more confusing to the point eventually you just have to get up and leave.
Yeah, just like yeah, that's enough. A lot of people play this game.
Oh well, I'm trying to. It's a new one I picked up from the station. So I was hoping. I know the last game wasn't Dutch books. I know that wasn't popular with anybody. So I thought this seemed a bit easier to get for people to get their head around.
Sometimes it's better, and I'll just produce my card deck. You know, I just start shuffling one-handed. Sometimes it's just easier to start with the basics. You know, do you think maybe you're trying too hard?
But they all games are just so boring. Poker and blackjack. I mean, this makes you think.
Well, you know, sometimes it's not about the game itself, as I just casually deal out 21s. You know, maybe just haven't been suitably motivated. When have you put anything on the line?
Oh, is this a bet? Is that what you're angling for?
That's, you know, bet friendly. Something simple as I'll produce a box of matchsticks. You know, nice and friendly. You know.
Yeah, she smiles and she reaches into a pocket and she slides across the table 2 flavored dessert bars.
Oh, I thought we were out of those.
Deal.
Okay, deal the cards.
Okay. So give us we're just going to simplify it. Just give us an intellect check. See if you can beat her.
Right. Come on, I got 2 crap rolls in a.
Okay, so she, you play two, maybe 3 rounds, and she just takes you to the cleaners. She keeps the dessert bars and takes whatever else you put on the table.
All right. I'll just be like, well played. I suppose I better let you get started shift. Thank you for the lesson. Always good to meet a master.
So I can count on you for the tournament then.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Excellent. So first round start tomorrow after shift.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so she kind of jumps up, almost like clearly excited at the prospect of starting this tournament tomorrow. And they head off on shift.
All right.
So
Our shift is busy on its own in the bunks.
So the 3 of you returning to the others. The 3 of you are in the dormitories pretty much. The dormitories pretty much to yourself at the moment.
You know where I'm going next, don't you?
Where are you going next?
I'm going to maybe accidentally walk past Maxine's bunk and have a little sneaky look.
Okay. Well, like I say, there's maybe a few.
Dessert bars if I'm missing, like all of them. Is it like quite?
Not all of them. No. There's Chef says like some of them had gone missing. Didn't say all of them. But it's not the first time. It's not the first time dessert bars, these flavored dessert bars, have gone missing.
Delicious.
But yeah, there's a few kind of clothes, kind of just like thrown on a bunk, and of course there's a cubbyhole with its keypad that requires a pin number to put in.
Right. Well, I'm not a very tech au fait. I can cobble things together, but I might just happen to know somebody who is. Here, Peter. Max, not Max. I forgot Dave's character's name.
Jack,
sorry. McCready, of course. It's like Jack, keep an eye out for a second, would you?
I'll leave it alone, but I will keep an eye out.
It's for ship's morale. Honestly, there's shenanigans going on.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll go and stand there. How many doors to this place? Is it 4? Or is it just one?
There's 4 doors. So one there that leads into the rec room, one that leads into the washroom, and then the one at either end that leads into the corridors.
I'll sort of pace up and down in between the doors just to keep my eye out. But yeah, I don't agree, but I'll keep my eye out.
Right. Peter, listen, we're not taking anything, but I suspect Maxine might be involved in the missing desserts. Chef's quite annoyed, so can you get that open just to have a peek? Not going to take anything, I want to confirm. Peter?
Oops, sorry, yes.
Up awake. Yeah. Yeah, your little data pad thing. You're good at this. Pop the lock for me, would you?
Oh lordy! Right, okay. This electronic lock. There's got to be an access link, so I plug my USB Q into the access lock and start accessing its terminal.
Okay, so you got a hacking attempt then, I guess.
I'm going to make a hacking attempt.
Which will be, are you... Intellect, yes. You could use speed if you want to do it quickly, but you got plenty of time. Others have got on ship, so...
They're both the same. I failed the last one, so I will try. Here we go.
I'm rolling all the bad dice this game, so you should be all right.
Yes!
Beep, 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 beep,
Okay. So, where are we? Dormitories. Right. So, So yeah, you open up the cubbyhole, this little locker, but disappointingly, there's no sign of the flavored dessert bars. The only thing that's in here is
God.
a what?
Rabbit or something.
The only thing that's in here is just this is like an old used e-cigarette.
Oh, so I'm gonna turn around. Are you done? Are you done, guys? Can I get back in my bunk?
Yeah. I'll just I'll peg the location. Here, before you do, Jack. Somebody's been naughty. Do you want a quick puff before you turn
I
in?
was thinking that because
No, but you haven't seen it. You know what I mean?
Tiptoe
I'll
over and be like,
pop
I'll definitely, yeah. Have a quick blast of that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I've missed that. I've missed that so much.
Okay, you can have a stress. You can gain a stress back if you like. If you've taken
I haven't
stress.
lost any yet.
All right, okay.
That's been me so far. This shift.
Can I not pass it on to one of the guys?
I mean, we'll be kind and say if you want to share, maybe share around this e-cig, and you can all relieve a point of stress.
Right. Obviously, we're not going to town on it. You know what I mean? It's just enough, and then we'll just send
You
it back in.
you could totally take it, because who's she going to complain to? Being the fact she's not.
No, I don't want
Yeah,
that. I don't want.
we've got to live with these guys for the next few months. It's and I wouldn't want someone to do it to me. So
No,
I know what you mean, though. Peter. I'm going to call you Peter.
no, we're not.
Let's go, Steve.
So I'll put it back exactly where it was, peg it out, and then we'll close the door and say no more about it. But I now have a target
Okay.
to keep an eye on.
Um,
I'll explain to the lads, because were you there when Chef spoke to me? You were together, Mama?
Yes.
Yeah,
sorry,
you're all sat together. Yeah.
Yeah, Maxine happened to have a couple of extra flavored dessert cubes, so I think I know who's been helping themselves.
Yeah, because I was there when Chef mentioned it, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all there.
Oh, we were all there. Yeah, of course, yeah.
What I'll say
Yeah,
is,
okay.
watch yourself. She's a sharp one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Don't let that geeky exterior fool you. She's it's a bit of a sharp one under there.
Yeah, but it's weird that she would just throw them out there as currency to gamble with, rather than if she stole them, that she was happy to just show us that she'd stolen them, if that makes sense. I just find that strange.
Maybe she doesn't think it's been noticed.
Maybe she was given them by someone else that stole them.
Oh, well, at least,
We're
you know what?
Conspiracy now.
It's-
That's like, oh, it's
You know what?
bedtime.
It's good to have hobbies on ship.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna sneak over to my bunk.
Sorry,
Go in.
whatever the scenario is now out the window. Just let you know. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing now.
In my little cubby hole, I'm gonna take one of my disguised beers that says cola on it, but it isn't. It's one of my hidden 6-pack. One of my beers from a 6-pack that I've stashed.
Okay.
And I will share it round if anyone else wants to sit. Anyone want a bit of this? Well, I've had a smoke. I've had a beer. I'm happy again.
I just sort of go to bed with a smile on my face because the plot is afoot and I've got a worthy opponent.
Okay. So you finally retire for the evening, probably early doors. Your shift, of course, your shift starts again tomorrow at midday. So you settle down and finally drop off to sleep. are you rudely awoken by the sound of alarms sounding across the ship.
What now?
Oh, right. I take it we automatically go to a designated area when something like this happens.
Warning! Hull breach detected. Multiple hull breach detected.
Oh no!
Shit.
What has Chef done now?
We need to get to the bridge. We need to get to the bridge to see what's going on because
Right. What's the emergency procedure? Who's in charge of patching hull breaches?
get to the bridge and we'll find out. The captain's on the bridge, surely. Yeah, I'm just going to start making my way to the bridge.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, which...
Probably this way.
Okay, so you can you all make a... Well, no, in fact, you don't need to make a... So you head start, so you, as you get to, like, jump out your bunk, start heading, you can hear some, like, muffled scream come from the north side corridor.
That way.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Or the port corridor.
Yeah, I heard that someone's in trouble. We need to go and help whoever that is.
We've got to go that way to get into general storage, which is, I'm guessing, where the whole plate materials will be.
I'll head that way.
Okay, so you're going out the north.
Actually,
port
that's a
starboard
big-
corridor.
Wouldn't this be like an airplane putting out the oxybus? The first thing to do would be get the hull breach material. There's obviously a kit. Rather than getting distracted. Like I said, as technicians, obviously we have somewhere we've been briefed. This is part of like being in the oil rig or something. We know what we have to do.
So you know that during if there is a hull breach on board, the areas breached, the ship's systems automatically seal them off.
Yep.
And shut off
Like a
all
bulkhead
systems.
sort of thing.
Yeah, bulkheads come down. Even if there's no, so the designs that even if there's no power, they're like kind of spring loaded, and they'll be triggered to like shut these huge bulkhead doors that seal off areas, and the ship's systems will shut down like gravity and like gravity support in those areas as well.
Yeah.
But what I mean as crew members, basically not everyone. We're not going to run around like headless chickens. We know where we have to go. Muster. Basically, where's our muster point?
I'm going to help this person that I can hear.
I'm thinking
Someone's in
trials.
trouble.
Yeah,
We
but
can go
that's
to sleep through it.
That's against protocol. You know what I mean? If we have to go to the muster point, that's what we do.
That's what your character would do. My character is going to help this person because he's a
Right.
rebel. And
What
that's
is the mustering point is in the middle of the mess hall, which is at this moment glowing red.
yeah.
Wouldn't we be split into damage control teams? And if we're going to patch a hull, we need to be on the outside of the ship anyway.
Mm-hmm. No, but obviously, like I said, it's just not having the crew run around like headless chickens. But obviously, we're the B shift, the technicians. Where do we go? Where's the normal?
So there's no set like muster points on board the ship. If it comes to the point that the ship has to be evacuated, there's no escape pods on board. The only thing that the ship is equipped with is the tugboat engines, which can be separated from the main ship. But there's no official muster point apart maybe the bridge, I suppose.
Yeah, because we need
We
the rally and
need-
we had orders, as in just general thing.
Wouldn't it be ironic if Shift B's muster point was the north corridor, and Shift A's was the southern one. Oh no, everything away.
But yeah, there's no official muster points on board.
Right. Okay, then we'll follow Jack then to the screaming then if that's
But
within reason.
presumably there's like if there's things like vac suits or rebreathers on board, if we haven't got them in the dormitories of our bunks, they've got to be in either general or secure storage.
Well, if we would know that if there's been a hull breach, the hull breach room, the rooms that have been breached have been sealed off by the bulkheads, so there's no immediate danger of the ship crashing or anything like that.
No,
that's why Jack has heard the scream and is going to see who's in trouble.
Okay, that's as I said. If that's fair enough, then we'll follow suit and go and do it.
Okay.
But
So, go on.
No, I was going to say to Graham, I think if we check out, because it could be one of the crew that we could help, but I think after that we'll go to the bridge and see if the captain's got specifics for us.
Yep.
Like or what we need to do and excuse me.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you head out. So heading out onto this northern corridor port. I can't remember which is port it's down, but we'll just call it north corridor.
Starboard's your right one. It's always right. So aft, port starboard, but it stays the same. So if you flip round towards, forward, left hand port, right hand starboard.
Okay, so this is starboard. This is port then.
Yep.
So on the starboard side, the starboard side corridor, you will like exit the dormitories, and you see down here. You see Chief Officer Weaver on the floor, like a huge gash in his side. One of his legs is mangled, and there's blood pooling out across the floor underneath him.
Oh, whoa! Is he unconscious? I'll go and have a.
So as you approach down the corridor, you can see he's unconscious, and he's losing.
It's a pushing injury or kind of like a slashing injury.
So as you get closer, his whole side and one of his legs has been crushed. And you can see where there's like blood on the door to the mess hall where the bulkhead has come down. It looks like he must have got trapped, caught by the bulkhead door as it shut.
Ouch!
That's a snappy bulkhead.
Can I just check if he's got a pulse?
So he's alive, but it's only a very faint pulse.
And I'll shout to the others. Right, we need to get to the bridge. Weaver's really injured badly. We need to get some medical attention to him.
What about the leg? Is it like squirting? Do we need to get a
so the blood, his side is like torn open.
What about the leg? We can take it with us.
His legs all crushed and mangled. He's been crushed to the point that his sides have like split.
Oh.
Do you know there's no sick bay on this ship?
No, there is a cryo though.
Did we get into
That sounds like a plan. Actually, let's do that.
Drag into cryo sleep. Stick him in a pod.
Yep. That'll stabilize.
We'll do that.
At least. Right.
Yeah. Right, so someone take his arm, someone take his leg, and then someone can take his other leg.
Or even just get arms underneath his back.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna. Well, he's not awake. Thank God he's not awake, because this is gonna hurt. If he was awake, this would hurt. But yeah, I think we'll do that.
Because I don't want to get blood on my uniform, I'll hold the doors open for them.
Okay. So, I mean, this is a pretty horrific sight, and so I think you all are going to have to make a. Well, no, you're not going to make it. You'll all gain a stress from this.
Excellent.
And you
can we add that, or do you?
You add it, yeah, just manually add it. So you go over, and between the three of you, you pick up Chief Officer Weaver's body and drag him, or rather carry him as best you can back through the dormitories and into cryo. As you come in into the port side corridor, you see Dr. Lau come running down. Just, what's happening? There's like hull breaches all over the ship.
Chief's been
You know,
crushed
God, what's happened to Weaver?
I think he's been crushed by one of the bulkhead doors. We need to get him to cryo.
So she looks at him and says, "Oh God, you need to get him to cryo. There's no way he could survive that."
Yeah, his pulse is really weak, Doc. We need to get him in a cryopod quick.
So she rushes forward. She rushes forward and opens the door into cryo and starts prepping one of the pods.
We're just dragging him
Okay.
down the corridor.
Let's just chuck you on there. These counties, so we're not moving anything. These are just to show where you are, just to signify where you are, rather than doing some kind of dungeon crawl across the ship. So with Dr. Lau's help, you manage to get Officer Weaver inside, and she initializes the cryopod and stabilizes him. Manages to stabilize Officer Weaver. But even so, his pulse is on the verge of death. Without the cryopod, he would have been dead within less than an hour.
I think we need to go to the bridge to speak to the captain. Figure out what the plan is and what's gone on.
Okay. So that where you going?
Yep.
What do you think?
Yep. Makes sense.
Yep.
Because
So
the chief's
then
not here to
ready-
give
ready.
his orders anymore at them, basically.
Let's go.
Okay. So you can, like I say, you can move your counters just to where you're heading. It's not
To the bridge.
to the bridge. Okay.
Nice and snug.
So yeah, you make your way down around the corridors and onto the bridge, where you find Captain Kerr shouting over the intercom. Can anybody read me? Can anybody? Oh God! I haven't been able to raise anybody on the intercom.
Captain, this shit has hit the fan.
I'm sorry, Peter. I can't understand your accent.
I say this shit has hit the fan.
Ah, it has indeed. It has indeed. We've got breaches all across the ship.
Captain, do we know what's gone on? Do we know what was happening before the breaches happened? What?
No, I've no idea. Everything was fine. There's no collision alarms. There's no asteroid fields or meteors in the meteor storms in this area.
Does this ship have a manifest of the crew, and does it read life signs?
There's nothing like that.
There's nothing, no one missing or anything like. Oh, there's nothing like that. Okay.
There's nothing like that on the ship. No.
Okay.
Let the captain know that the chief's taking a bit of a knock. He's not in a good way.
So
stabilizing cryo.
So what about the others? We need to. I can't raise anybody across the ship.
We're gonna have to sweep the ship and see if we can find any survivors.
Do we have the manifest of Team B or Team Alpha's jobs?
This is Officer Weaver would have been assigned the duties, or perhaps Tanner. But they would have been in the mess hall, wouldn't they? A shift changeover.
Well, the vessel's locked. The vessel.
Oh God! Yeah,
the vessel's one of the breach rooms. If they were in there,
well,
unfortunately,
I need you to find out. You need to check who's still alive. Bring everybody. We'll reconvene on the bridge.
Roger that, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
So, do we have internal suits with rebreathers or sealed? You know, not necessarily.
No, there are. So in docking, there are 2 vac suits that are used for like doing spacewalks. In the tugboat engines, there are some temporary vac suits that kind of like sort of cheaper versions of vac suits like emergency ones, in case someone piloting a tugboat, in case the integrity of the tugboat is compromised. But no, there's
Phil, can you share that manifest, the cargo manifest, with me again?
I can indeed. In fact,
Do you think we can make a vac suit up using kind of like a plastic bag and some cling film?
Well, what I'm thinking is we'll go get the emergency
if you
ones.
only wanted you to die.
If we go for the emergency vac suits first, so at least we're protected.
There it is. So that is the manifest from storage.
Okay. So there's an arc welder in there. We could use that. Foam gun. Possibly use that. The jumpsuits. Are they the ones for going outside walking, I take it?
Well, jumpsuits. No, they're like jumpsuits.
Like
just
the boiler
overalls.
suit sort of thing.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But the captain says we can worry about patching up the ship afterwards. We need to find out who's alive, who's injured.
I'll tell you what. Yeah.
The compromised areas of the ship have been sealed off.
They've got stim packs in general storage. I'll go and grab them first, and then if I come across anyone that's injured, at least I've got a way of helping them. And then we'll start. If we start from the back of the ship and work our way forward, or if we
that's the pick of the head straight for the tugboat.
Middle.
Just have, in case there's any more hull breaches. Grab his emergency suits, and then start sweeping from the back. Like I said, like back forward, yeah. Because if these have randomly appeared, there's a chance more could happen.
Yep.
Okay, so where are you heading?
Straight for the tugboat. So
you into the tugboats?
Yep.
Which way are you going? Which route are you taking through the ship?
What's this? What's the most direct? Is it along the north side corridor? Is that a straight line?
I think it depends which ship we're going for.
So you could go through secure. Well, you can't go through secure storage. So you'd have to go from the bridge. You'd have to go through the like on the port side, wouldn't you? You could go through the dormitories. You can see the lines on the ship. These lines mark the corridors.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Just a straight line, either north or south corridor. South corridor. We'll do south corridor straight the tugboat.
Okay.
Because that's his way. Get there first, suit up. Then start
south corridor will take you to the starboard. The port. Yeah, the port corridor will take you to the port tugboat. The starboard corridor takes you to the starboard tugboat.
Are we starting from this side?
I have no idea.
And then we just need to search room by room. Start with the lab.
Okay. So Dr. Lau stays on the bridge with the captain. So the rest of you taking. I'm just going to call them north and south. So you're taking the south side corridor and heading to the south side tugboat engine. Is that where you're heading?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So Officer Weaver is in there. Okay. Right. Okay. So you head down there. So I'm going to take a few minutes. Okay. So when you as you come out, come through this door, you run into the chief engineer, into Tanner. So, what's going on?
Thought you'd know that.
I said, well, I heard the alarms, or I've been trying to contact the bridge, but there's no response.
Oh, something's gone on. I have no idea, and I think the captain's asking everyone to get to the bridge as soon as possible to find out what's gone on, because we've lost 4 rooms and 2 of them are containers.
When you give it the containers, we can just reject them.
True.
So what are you doing?
Is that easier for everybody watching to see?
The thing that bothers me is the one of the breaches in the food store.
Yeah, you can see the whole ship now, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, could you not see it before?
No, I was just needed to adjust it slightly. Sorry.
Oh, right. So yes, if it's not obvious, the edges that are flashing red are the ones where the hull breach has been.
Yeah, so the captain wants everyone to go to the bridge. Comms seem to be not working for some strange reason. But funnily enough, no. In fact, it probably doesn't even count because... No, forget it. Yeah.
But I haven't seen anybody else. Have you seen anything of Shift, of Fletcher and the others?
No, that's what we've come back here for. We're just going to do a sweep of the ship and see if we can find any more survivors.
We just thought best to suit up first in case there are any more hull breaches.
Hey.
There's
Right.
no determined
Where were they
cause
assigned?
yet.
Where were they assigned? What shift? They're the shift. They'll have been off shift. There was by this time.
I think we're searching for the shift. We're looking for the rest of our shift, aren't we?
No, we
You are
are.
your shift.
We
You
are
are
the
your
shift.
We were
Oh,
woken up. We were off shift, and we were
I
woken
mean, in
up.
that case, everybody else is blown into space when the mess hall decompressed.
No, but it hasn't. We haven't changed. We were on rest period, but we were woken up. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the dorm. We were in the dormitories.
Yep, you're in dormitories.
Right, yeah, but A shift would have been taking the meal, wouldn't they?
Well, that's what we said to the captain, but she has asked just to double check.
oh, first meal.
Shit.
Is that where we're at? Their first meal. Is that how early
Yeah,
it is?
it's the shift change, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but-
yeah.
If it was a shift change, we'd be awake too in the mess hall. That's what I'm trying to say. We were woken up
Well-
early, so they won't be in the mess hall yet.
No, you woke up. This time woke you up, but it was the start just before the start of your shift.
At the beginning and the end of each shift, we meet in
They
the mess hall.
overlap. Yeah.
Yes. So, what I'm trying to say, they may not be in the mess hall if they haven't started heading there.
Unless someone was running late, they would all have been in the mess hall.
Yeah.
But But I did point that out to the captain, and she said she just wanted us to check.
Yeah, she said just to double check.
Okay, I guess we'll just go room, just have to go room by room then, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Except for the lab, we're not touching it.
Okay, so
is it still quarantined? Actually, no. We'll have to check the lab. Is it still quarantined?
So well, let's see. So you can't get to. So like I said, this corridor, if you can see, this corridor just runs on the south side and runs down to the tugboat engine. To get to the lab, you have to go through.
I didn't see that. Yeah, the corridor breaks. It's
right.
I see it.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go through the modular storage, to get to the labs. And
either through
rooms.
modular storage or through through the reactor room.
Yeah. Life support.
The reactor room isn't flashing yet. It's all right.
Yeah.
But do we have access to the reactor room? Well, I do, but with my keypad, I can get in anywhere.
Yeah, but we should just be systematic. Because if we start bouncing about all over the place, we'll not find anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And mark the rooms that we've checked, or something like that.
And one thing we should definitely make sure is the laboratory is still quarantined, sealed.
And container E is the one that's got the material in.
Yep. So we'll do that in the search away. Yep.
Yeah. Do that.
Okay, so where are you heading first then?
We're gonna have to go this way, aren't we?
Yeah.
Or
that bit. It's the gravity.
Sorry, yeah.
What's that? I can't read it.
Got the jump drive, gravity, life support, a reactor.
Sorry, I couldn't read jump drive there.
So Tanner tells you he's gonna head back down to the bridge and consult with the captain. So he pisses off.
Right, that's fair enough. So go to jump drive first, because that's close.
That's the thing. We have to go through the container room to get to the jump drive.
You either have to go through the container room or through the dormitories, and you can get through.
If your token just moves out of the way, you can see the corridors aren't joined up, which I thought they were.
All right.
So we'd have to go all the way around.
You can zoom in. You can zoom in if you with the mouse wheel if you want.
No, you've got it turned off, Phil.
That was it? No,
yeah, I was trying to bring it up, and that's what I mean. It wasn't.
There you go. You can do it now. Sorry, I thought I'd turn that off. Let's turn that off. So you can zoom in now.
So we'll have to go through F because E's locked down because that's got the nasty material in. If we go through F section.
So you can get through
right,
F.
Phil,
you can get through.
Can we go around? Can we go around E?
No, so those are the walls. Those are the walls of containers. So you could get through any of the cargo. So you could get through F. You could get through the temporary lab. You could go up through the dormitories and along the north side corridor, and that way. Or you can get through the labs. Through the lab is probably the safest one because you can just.
Yeah,
and then also people are meant to be working there, so we can check it anyway. Right. Sounds like a plan.
Cool. So we'll go through the lab.
Okay.
Check out the laboratory.
So you're going to go through the temporary lab, down the corridors, and straight to the main lab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You could, like I say, just chuck your token down there, just so you know where. Okay. So it takes you like about 5-10 minutes to negotiate the corridors, get through to the lab, and make your way around to the laboratory. And peering through there again, it's sealed off. There's still all the the kind of the dedications to Dr. Renato still kind of laid out on the floor in front of the door, and there's a small viewport in the door to the laboratory. And you can peering through, you can see the lab appears to be intact, as it was the last time you saw the doctor.
Okay. can't go in there though, can we? That's the one that's quarantined off.
It is quarantined, and it's there is to get access. If you wanted to go in there, you would need a access card. You'd need a lab access card.
No, I was just thinking, we just check it was still quarantined and not breached.
Yeah. No one's gone in there or
Yeah. That was it. You know, if it's a big gaping hole, then we can just go and then
put a big red X on the door.
Yep. Unclean.
But yeah, so you made your way through, like I say, you made your way through the temporary lab and down these corridors and to the main lab, and you've not seen or heard anybody else. All you can hear is the creaking of the ship.
Well, I suppose we just work our way back
Yep.
to the bridge, checking each room as we go.
Yep.
Okay.
Watching out for anything.
So where do you want to head next then?
Watch out for anything sharp and chompy.
Exactly.
Well, wherever we go, we've got to go back up to the central spa anyway.
We can go through. We might as well check these rooms while we're here. The reactor room, jump drive, gravity.
Yeah, let's get these all just in case somebody's went there.
We'll check them rooms first.
Okay, so you're going to the reactor room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way back round the corridors, and there's kind of a heavy reinforced door that leads into the reactor room, which you've seen countless times before. Which, regardless of which side you come in, whether it's that side, it's got the same heavy reinforced protected door with large radiation signs on it.
Oh shit! Yeah. It's not leaking radiation, is it?
Oh no! It's just say it's the reactor room.
If there's no one in there, I'll come back out.
Okay, so you open up the door, and it's uncomfortable in here. It's this unnaturally warm air in here, and it always feels a little unsafe in here. And again, there's radiation warnings, kind of warning posters on the walls. In one corner, there's a cabinet with like a hazmat for the hazmat suit. A Geiger counter hangs from the wall to one in this bottom corner down here, which intermittently clicks, showing just signs of trace radiation. Over this side, leaned against the wall, is a fire extinguisher, and of course, dominating the room is the nuclear reactor itself. All cables and pipes clean to that, run up the interior walls, almost like metal veins running on the inside of this room.
It doesn't have a big central sphere in the middle.
No.
That leads to other dimensions.
No.
So
no.
Okay,
just a standard nuclear reactor.
That's good. I can live with that.
And there's, like I said, there's a door that leads out into the north side corridor. There's a door that leads into the gravity generator room.
Suppose I take a room each. I'll go to life support then. Jack's doing that.
Okay, so so to get to life support, you've got to pass through gravity generator room, of course.
Pass through it.
Yeah.
That's to the jump drive. That I think. Did you say life support?
Yeah. So.
Oh shit! Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So gravity. So you go from the reactor. You have to go into the gravity generator, and from the gravity generator, you can access life support and the jump drive.
I've got you.
So where are you all going again? Remind me where you're going.
So I guess I'm going to gravity. I'm first to get the life support.
Okay, so you're heading into gravity first.
Yeah,
what? Sorry, go on.
I'm gonna. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, because if Jack's checking the reactor, I was going to check life support, but if I have to go to the other ones first,
Right, that's a question. Does everyone carry a personal locator?
No.
They don't have
Or is
that
it just me
technology.
for some reason?
That would be just you.
Maybe you weren't meant to tell us that.
No idea, it's just in my equipment.
Yeah, so that's just something, that's just a personal item you have.
So obviously, because I'm so important, people need to know where I am.
So basically, if you got one of those, basically it'll come with like a like the one in here. It comes with a wrist strap and then like a handheld device to track it. So you can give it to someone essentially, and use
nip it into someone's pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would turn to Peter. Well, are we all in the reactor room? And then
we can all
Graves checking life support. I'm going to turn to Peter and say, "You check the jump drive room. That room freaks me out. It always has done. I don't trust that room."
Okay then, through gravity into the jump drive. Is the drive jumping?
So Pieter's going to the jump drive room, and is Graham going to? Graham's going through gravity as well into life support. Yeah,
That's correct.
Radio.
That's
And what's? Oh, sorry, I'm getting these callers. The tokens. Oh, right, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. And so Jack, you're staying in the reactor room, yes?
Yeah, I'll just hang on for the
Okay.
first.
Right, so Graham and Pieter, you passed from the reactor room into the generation room, and there's this low purring noise that fills the room that comes from these glowing gravity coils that generates this stable 1G aboard the ship. You can see readouts on the generator that gravity has been shut off in the areas of the ship where there's been a breach, which the gravity generator does this automatically as like a fail-safe protocol. And there's all sorts of there's all sorts of readouts and controls for the gravity generator as well.
But no bodies.
No, and there's no bodies. You don't see anybody here. The only thing that you see, other thing you see in here, is kind of just unceremoniously draped in one corner of the room is the hazmat suit that should be in the cabinet in the reactor room. And resting on top of the gravity, on one end of the gravity generator, is a half-eaten sandwich and a tin mug.
Any sign of any errant dessert bars?
No flavoured dessert bars in here, no.
Dang it! That we know of.
Grind.
Quick, get the floor up.
But you're just moving on through to the life support and jump drive, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so the life
Have we
support
split the party?
You have split the party, yeah.
That's a sensible thing
You
to do in
would.
a horror game.
So Graham, you go into the life support. Again, you've seen all these rooms before. They're not new to you. And there's this familiar steady drip of condensation from the pipes, from the water recycler that treats both grey water and black water, that recycles it and recirculates it back to the taps. The water piping system throughout the ship as well. And separate from that, of course, is the air recycler that's constantly sputtering away, kicking out fresh oxygen into the ship. But again, there's nobody here. Everything seems as it should be. in the jump drive, there's you don't often come in here. The chief engineer tends to dissuade people from coming into the jump drive room unless necessary. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Wobbly space magic. That's why.
Yes, exactly. And there's always this weird hint of ozone in the air, and that kind of like almost that kind of prickling sensation on your skin. And the door, probably what sets you more on edge, even more so than the doors leading into the reactor room. The door to the jump drive it's covered in multiple layers of lead. It's more heavily reinforced and protected than the doors into the reactor room. And it is covered, and like the reactor room, is covered in warning signs of extreme radiation danger.
Also,
so you can see the jump drive. There's a fresh core. You can see there's a fresh jump core that's loaded, being loaded into the jump drive, and in preparation for the next jump, which, as far as you're aware, wasn't scheduled for another. Going to be another 5 days before the next jump was planned. To one side of that, there is a rack that contains the rest of the warp cores. Each is about half a meter across. 5 of the warp cores are spent, and 2 are fresh, unused. Each core is, like the door, each of the cores is plastered in radiation warnings. And even just glancing at them, the live cores, it hurts your eyes to look at them.
lovely.
There's no one in here, so there's nothing in here. You can make give me a intellect roll, though.
An intellect roll.
Yes, an intellect roll. Okay. What are you doing?
It did not go well.
So there's something. This room, like Jack says, there's something about this room. It just feels unnerving. The nature of it. It's probably the warp cores.
It's the sudden presence of a huge amount of flavoured dessert bars, isn't it?
Those flavoured dessert bars. What are you doing, Pieter?
I'm going to have a poke around, but not too hard.
Okay.
Space, I'm going to be like looking behind things, making sure everything's as it should be. If there's any loose panels, I'm going to look behind them.
Okay. Radio. That's going to take you a short while. So, what about?
I don't know why I'm feeling paranoid about this, but I am going to doubly check any ventilation ducts.
Okay. So probably one notable feature of the jump drive room is that it does not contain any ventilation ducts at all. This is pretty much a sealed room, which is another reason not to spend too much time in here, because it has a limited air supply. I mean, you're not going to asphyxiate just like that, but yeah. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good to be locked in here. Put it that way. What about? So you're doing that. What about Graham? What's Graham? Is Graham doing anything else in the life support? Or
basically just checking, and I guess there's no flashing lights going red, as in life support failing or anything, or
no?
It's not sectioned off. There's no like paddle that sections off part of the ship.
No.
Right, so if there's nothing else to look, then I'm going to come out and go back towards the temporary lab, the storage units, because we're going to have to search through them to head back.
Okay, so you're going back. Oh, sorry, go on.
I'll go back to the corridor just at Temp Lab and wait for everybody else to catch up before going
Okay,
any further.
so you're gonna have to go back through gravity and back through the reactor, where Jack is.
So when I'm going past Jack, I'm like, nothing life support. You say anything?
No, all clean down here.
All right, shall we muster at Temp Lab and wait for Peter to join us?
Could give him a knock. Just say we're done. Just to give him a nudge.
I'm there.
Oh. What's happened?
They finished so quickly. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Right, I will finish off doing what I'm doing, and I will go and join them. And I'll just kind of like shrug my shoulders and shake my head.
Oh, okay. So while you're searching, was anybody? Did you say somebody was going to go and check on Pieter? Or?
I said to Graham, I said I'll just give him a knock just to let him know that we're done.
Okay, so you're going through gravity generation towards the jump drive. Okay.
I'll just give the door a bang.
Okay. So, like I say, you go into gravity generator room, and like I said, there's a glow from the gravity coils, and this low purring sound almost sounds like a big cat. It's like this low guttural purring noise, and you can see there's all the readouts and displays and controls for the generator. Like I said, there's a thing showing the breaches and on the ship. I mean, it doesn't show the breaches exactly, but it shows the same rooms. There's alerts for the same rooms where the breaches are because it shut off gravity in those rooms. Okay. But yeah, like I said, there's loads of readouts and all sorts of things on there. So Pieter, you check around the jump drive room and you have a good poke around. There's nothing here, and you're just getting more and more uncomfortable. And as you turn and head, as you turn, you hear that there's a knock, a banging on the door, and you hear Jack calling your name from the other side of the door, and then you hear there's a clatter as something falls to the floor behind you.
I shall jump round in the typical way with my hands out, stifling a scream to look at what it is.
Okay. So first you don't seem to count. There's nothing. There's nobody there, nothing there, and then it's to look down the floor, and one of the spent cores, jump cores has fallen off the racking, and as it kind of slowly rolls towards one side of the room and then just comes to a stop as it hits the wall.
It's an omen. Ignoring the knocking at the door, I will walk over to it and tip it so I can look inside.
Okay, give it. I mean,
I am Peter Parker, and I have no sense of self-preservation whatsoever.
I mean, you do know it would be. I mean, it's not as dangerous as picking up a live core.
But in that case, I'll look for a pair of sturdy gloves.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a hazmat suit in the gravity room which would be used to change the cores.
Perfect. I shall go and get the hazmat out. As I walk past Phil, never remember his name.
Jack.
I'll be like, something strange is going on in there. I need to check it, and I'll start putting the hazmat up.
Excuse me.
Can
right,
you get my zip, please?
Yeah, we'll be waiting near the temporary lab. But I don't like that room, so I'm not going in the jump drive room. It's not for me. And I'll head back to meet Graham and let him know that he's just having a look at something that he's found.
Okay.
Oh, he's got distracted again.
Yeah, it's like a cat with catnip. he sees something interesting.
That's why I wear my hat so they can't see my cat ears. Right, so I will go back in here,
Okay.
fully doled up. I will tip this empty warp core onto its side.
Okay. It appears, yeah, doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it.
I'm guessing even empty, these things are pretty heavy.
Yes. And like I said,
So
they're about a meter long, I think.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Shut up, Alexa. Yeah, they're about half. So they're about a foot and a half a meter across. So like, yeah, the big hefty things, and the way they have got some weight to them as well.
Not the kind of thing that, when secured, is just going to like fall off a rack.
Not very easily, no.
Go. I'm calling it. But I'll go and check the rack. There's nothing unusual about the rack. The rack hasn't been like damaged or shaken by the impacts of whatever's punched holes through the hole.
Maybe the cores are a little unsettled. You know, they're not sitting squarely in their, you know, in the spots. So maybe you just happen to knock it loose.
I'm going to remain suspicious, but I'm wasting time, so I'll go and join the others. Because we've pretty much done what we were asked to do. We've checked the rest of the ship.
Okay. So, what are you doing with the hazmat suit?
I'm going to take the hazmat suit back into the reactor and put it where it should be.
Very good. Put it in the.
Because my character is very CDO. Which is like, you know, OCD, but the letters are in the right order, like they should be.
Yeah. So Pierre comes back, takes off his hazmat suit and puts it back in the cabinet.
It was nothing, my friend. Just maybe because of what has happened, I'm feeling a little jumped on, as you say. Yes.
Yeah, that's close enough. Right, we'll just work our way back to the bridge. I think just checking the rooms.
Okay. So is there anywhere else you're checking on the way back?
Right, so
Temporary lab?
well, we'll gone through the temporary lab, didn't we, to get to here?
Oh, of course, yeah, we did, yes.
Yep. So we need to go
yeah.
back. Storage unit C.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's.
And
I think these things will have portals.
CNF.
Yeah. We're not.
You know, sorry, Colin?
These things don't have portholes.
The container, the storage containers, no.
No.
That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? Right, so I guess we'll open each one that we're allowed to and have a peek. Make sure nobody's in there.
Okay. So tell me which way you're going. So you're going on the north, through the north door, then along that way.
Can we get through?
So you can go through that door, or you can go through that door. It's up to you.
The center makes more sense because then we can go left and right.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going through the center door and heading towards the door to storage C.
Yep.
Yes.
We can check F as well. We don't check A because that's quarantine. Is that right?
Yep.
And we can't check A and B because it's sealed.
Breached.
Yep.
So yeah, C, F, and then carry on through F, and then work our way back using the south corridor.
Okay. Okay, so you head. So you head down this down the central corridor through the modular storage area. There might be small portals on every so often along this corridor that let's look at. And like I said, this area is completely open to space. The dark it's only and there's like these rail systems that the storage containers, when they're like shunted into place, they'll lock in to these rail systems that lock it, that like that they're affixed to, and that lock them in securely, lock them securely in place. So you can see out into this area, but you can't see into the actual containers themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all going down here. So yeah, you open up the door to storage container C, and I'm trying to find my plan.
Are there any cameras you could like hack into in the storage areas or in any of the other rooms that have been?
Is there what? Sorry.
Any kind of camera system?
So you know, like I said, you know that every storage container is fitted with an internal CCTV camera that are tied to monitors on the bridge.
I wonder if I could hack into that.
So you can access the camera feed for any of the containers from the bridge, and they're on like a record. It's like CCTV, the CCTV cameras. So they're on like a continual record, and then every 24 hours the tape is overwritten.
So we could have used the cameras from the bridge to check if anybody was alive.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah, so why we could actually just check the kitchen, washrooms, rec room. Well.
No, only the storage containers have these cameras in.
No, that's what I'm saying. So we could physically check the kitchen, washrooms, rec rooms.
Yeah.
Go back to the bridge and check the cameras for the inside the containers.
Yeah.
Well,
just to save a bit of time.
Yeah.
What's happening?
We'll have to check pretty safe, so I'll have to go through EF anyway.
Oh, hold on. You're all talking over the top of each other then.
Sorry. We're at sea. We may as well look inside it because we'll have to go through F. So,
and then just check the yeah,
and then use the cameras to check A, B, and E.
See what's yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you open up the door into storage container C, and the various containers. Some of the containers and racks with that contain the samples have toppled over, and the contents are spilled. Some of the contents are spilled out onto the floor, and you can see these crimson stone chunks of stone, and these deep black glassy fragments that are secreting this strange, almost luminous indigo, like grease-like substance. And into some like sample jars, there's some yellow powder that glows, that's kind of vaguely luminescent.
Yeah, that's normal.
So these are all various samples that were collected from Ethran 1.
I don't think we need to mess with the sample, do we?
No, it's just there's nobody in there, so
yeah. Carry on.
Okay. So where are you going? Which way are you heading from there?
F.
To F?
Going through F. And
okay.
Corridor.
Rightio. So as you start to walk down the corridor towards the intersection where the passageways intersects corridors leading to container B and F, you notice. Well, in fact, you can. You notice this sort of uncomfortable tugging sensation, almost as if someone's pulling on your skin, and you all start to feel sick.
The ship is haunted, comrade.
I'll communicate to the other guys that I'm not feeling too well now. I think we just need to get a move on with this. Let's just get this done.
And the closer you get, the further you walk down this corridor, the more pronounced this sensation becomes, to the point that as you're kind of looking up, you notice like a static effect. You see your companions, the hair on their heads, and if they have beards, it is like the hair is stood up, almost like attracted as attracted by like a static energy. And you can all make a intellect roll.
Yay!
Oh,
Hey, wait,
critical success.
Get it in there. Like,
Intellect failure for Jack.
Oh,
my brain is growing bigger.
And one for you, Colin.
yeah, I'm trying. Sorry, it's been super slow.
Oh.
Oh, come on. No.
I know what's going to happen. We're going to get back to the bridge, and the people who are in there are going to have turned into a mysterious flaky patch of skin on the ceiling.
That rule?
Apparently you're not in Foundry.
But I am. And I've got a card to show.
No. Not showing on mine either.
Do you want me to roll it for you, Colin? While
Would you
we
mind? Yeah,
of course.
I did click on. Yeah, because if I wasn't then, I wouldn't be able to.
If it succeeds, I'm calling favoritism.
So it's no roll, no skills with it, and it does succeed.
Damn.
Oh. Oh, you didn't see that, did you? Oh, let me reveal it. There you go. Just so you don't think I'm fudging Colin's rolls. You might have to refresh the browser, Colin.
Yeah, I just don't want
Okay, so
to.
so those of you that succeed in the roll, you note, like I said, this sensation gets worse, gets more prominent the further down this corridor you get, and when you get to this intersection, like I say, you can see people's hair stood up, like static, like there's loads of static in there. People's hair is literally stood on end, like standing prominently up from the head, and the beard
It's as well.
It's to all three of you. All three of you.
Yeah.
My eyebrows, I do not like this.
But those of you who made the intellect roll, not only do you notice the kind of all the hairs on the arms, the hair on your head, the beards, anything is kind of stood up on end, like prominently stood, not just a little bit, but fully stood up. It is not only is it stood up, it's stood up on it, but leaning in one direction, and it's leaning toward, as you get closer, it leans directly towards container B.
The collection of small change in my container B. Oh God, the collection of small change in my pocket is pulling me towards the airlock. Help! It's pulling me in that direction. The most.
And you can all make a body save as well.
A body save.
Yeah.
How do I make a body? Our body. Do not add advantage normal. I may have blobbed that.
That's a fail for Peter. We need to do one. I'll do one for.
Did that work?
You're still not in the list, Colin. I'll tell you what. We'll do this roll and we'll take a brief break, and so we can resolve the technical problem.
I'm open.
So
the page is open, and
So I'll just do a body.
What have we got?
I'll just do a body save for you.
About 20. Yeah, please. We're only about 20 minutes left, aren't we? So.
So you fail. So Jack, you what are you doing, Jack?
I'm going through because what I've seen is freaks me out. So I'm going into getting through.
Oh,
container.
Okay. So Pieter and oh God, and Graham kind of like stagger after you, and you'll sort of pause at the open doorway into container F, and suddenly they double over and just vomit uncontrollably all onto the floor.
Oh my! Oh.
I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we didn't find those flavored dessert bars.
Yeah, that would have been. Well, meditation days are coming up.
And yeah, we've got a few technical problems, so I think should we take a short break and resolve those?
I don't want to touch anything because I think it's a memory problem with my other device. So
it might be
I've refreshed.
Yeah, you're not. It's not showing you as not in Foundry on my end. I mean, I shall refresh my version of Foundry just in case. No, yeah, they're all seeing eyes there, but not you.
Oh, sugar. Let me just close it completely.
Oh, I'm thinking I haven't got controls for taking a break, have I?
Don't you love technology? It's here to help us and make life easier. It sent me great. I swear.
So what are you doing, Jack? The other two were just doubled over, like vomiting onto the floor.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop and turn around and go back and check on them because obviously they're my crew, my shift crew.
I am so glad.
But I'm not touching though. I'm not touching. But I'm also not going in the corridor, so I'm gonna stand in the room. But are you guys okay? Come on, we need to fucking move.
Just like
Is my answer.
Nice.
I know, right?
Ignore that pain.
I think I don't know what's going on. We need to get to the bridge. We need to move. Come on.
Yeah,
I know you guys are.
If I can get up and move, then obviously I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're back in, Colin.
We've been reduced to trials. So we're like, there's nothing else there.
Dry heave.
Dry heaves.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're staggering off to the bridge then?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Just chuck you over there.
What we need when we get chucked over is like one of those bat things where it goes.
Okay, so as you stagger onto the bridge, the captain turns around and says, looks at you and says, "There's no one else?"
Shake our heads. There is no one else aboard the ship, Captain. We have been very thorough in our search.
Well, we've not found anyone.
But no one can see it.
We want to check the cameras for the containers in the storage room if we can.
So the captain turns to Tan and says, "Do that then, Tan. You check the storage and check both the storage rooms. Maybe there's some explosive device or something." And he nods. I'll go and check. And he heads up just into next door to secure storage. The captain hands him a access card, which he uses to open the door, and then heads inside secure storage.
Can I follow him in, or is he going to shut the door on me?
He just shuts the door behind him. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Just issue.
Are we going to tell Captain what we saw in the corridor and what happened to you guys?
Yeah, may as well. There's no point hiding.
Well, I reckon we should. It's not time to keep secrets from me. Right. The thing that bothers me most isn't that, it's the fact that food storage appears to be gone.
Yeah, we'll explain to the captain what we saw, what happened in modular storage, and what we.
So what are you going to tell him?
We've made a mess.
Tell him. Yeah.
There's something emanating from that. Yeah, it has a physical effect.
And it seemed to be things were being sort of drawn to storage container B, which, if I remember rightly, only held was it the? I can't remember what it held, Phil. Sorry, but I did the audit, so I should, but I can't.
So it's stone samples, including that like kind of giant pearl.
Ah, yeah, yes, the giant pearl.
So because so rather, Dr. Klaus, describe your symptoms again. What was it you experienced?
Like strange static feeling, hair standing on end, buzzing in the ears, disturbed stomach. I'm going to add muscle cramps just because that sounds really, really good.
And then vomiting in their case, not mine.
Uncontrollable vomiting.
You've been following safety protocols when your duties have taken you into the reactor room and the gravity chamber, and
Of course.
you've not exposed yourself to any dangerous levels of radiation.
No, and there was a Geiger counter, and it was normal. So
Not just today, but recently.
no, I had no symptoms right up until that moment.
Would we not have had regular medical by the doctor?
Well, yeah. So this is what I'm thinking. I'll just go and get some things from the lab, and she heads out the door.
Doc, I'll stop her. Keep to the south corridor. Don't go through the modular storage section if you're going that end of the ship.
I have no reason to head that way anyway. But yes, thank you. And she turns and she heads off. She almost collides with Chef, who comes walking around the corner.
I love that token.
Why am I imagining him on a unicycle wheel?
That's brilliant. Sorry,
I can't imagine
He's
him.
going to ask if anybody wants any
Good
toast.
afternoon, Captain. I brought your lunch. Can I get anyone anything else? A hot drink, perhaps?
Every time I hear that voice, for some reason, this jingle in my head goes, "For mash gets smashed." Nick, have some mashed potato.
I'll have some water, Chef, please. Can't do much damage to that.
And Chef hands this tray to the captain. Says, "Did you see anything, Chef?" And it's like shakes his head, or like it doesn't shake his head. Kind of a negative emoji thing appears on his face, because his face is just a scream. They're just like emoticons just appear on this screen, as well as his voice. He's got the voice as well. And she says, "No," just says no, and says, "Oh," and then like leaves too. Just turns around as if nothing's happened and heads back to the kitchen to get you some water.
When it comes back, we're going to ask what the food storage. Sorry. Excuse me. Ask what the food storage is. Situation's like. How would the chef not notice that food storage is gone? Would that not be a protocol of, oops, can't carry out menu C now? Or does it just blindly use ingredients until they run out and then kind of goes, oh?
And so the captain turns to you. Well, perhaps. That's a good question. That's a good question, Stanix. Perhaps you should go and check.
Okay, nice knowing yous. Right, I guess I'll follow Chef into the kitchen.
Okay, so you follow after Chef. He's kind of, when you get down the corridor, he's already partway down here. So you kind of jog along to catch up with him.
Yep.
Captain turns to the rest of you, to Pieter and Jace. So you say this container, the storage container B.
That's the one that seemed to be causing whatever was going on.
Okay, so she turns to the control panel where the CCTV monitors are, and she sort of punches a few buttons and pulls up the camera feed for container B.
I'll have a look. If she'll let me, I'll have a gander.
Okay. I'm just trying to find it. Where are we? Okay. So you look at it. She kind of brings up the camera for the live feed, and you can just see the object. Oh, rather, in fact, sorry. She tries to bring up the camera, the live camera feed, and there's nothing there. It's just signal is gone. So
That's
she
just from B or from B and A.
From B and A, the camera feed is gone. She says, must be due to the impact. So she kind of reels back through the footage, because obviously, like I said, it records the security feed. So she rewinds the tape, and going fast forwarding through it. There's nothing, just showing the inside of the container. And then about 2 hours ago, you see technician Minogue comes into the enters the container, and he's moving around some rock samples, and then is shifting some things, and he steps backwards and he trips, and as he trips and as he falls back, his head strikes the floor with some obvious force, and he lies unmoving on the floor. And although the footage is grainy, you can see blood slowly seeping from a wound at the back of his head, and it pools around him. And then nothing, just nothing. And then, because the captain's like flicking through, and then about 5 minutes later, the pool of blood slowly starts to move and trickles of its own volition towards this pearl, this huge pearl. And as the blood touches it, Minogue's unresponsive body and all the rock samples in the storage container are suddenly, like somebody's flicked a switch, are suddenly pulled inwards and instantly crushed to like paste smooth and smeared across the surface of this like sphere by sheer force, just completely obliterated in the blink of an eye. And 1 second later, a blurred object moving at incredible speed bursts through the forewall of the container directly towards the pearl, and that's when the signal is lost.
Oh, lovely.
That's your breach. That's what's causing the breach. Whatever it is being sucked. It's been attracted and it's been sucked through the rooms.
And with that is where we will leave it. We'll leave it there.
So,
It was a breakthrough. It was a breakthrough.
aha!
Boom.
So yeah, this thing just something just hurtles, smashes through the side of the container, hits the pearl, and then the footage just goes, just static.
Marbles from hell. All right. That's a good start to the game. Got us into the way of things, like overwhelming, if that makes sense. The way that the mechanics work, quite straightforward.
It is pretty. It's
Great.
a really
Mothership's so good. So good.
Mm-hmm. That's good, because nothing worse than having to like stop and explain every little nuance. You know what I mean? It's just there, do what you do, get on with the adventure. But yeah, that was good start. All right then. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for everybody who's tuned in. And it just leaves me to say, until next time, keep up to date with the channels, do the type of things, and remember to keep it creepy, keep it horrific.